Welcome back. It is day 23 on the new account. Let's go ahead and see how things are going. See if we can resist clicking all the red dots. Alright, see if we get anything interesting from Guild Boss. I wish that was a whole psychic power and not just a shard. Oh, the diamonds and the dust are very nice. Alright, so let's go ahead and get some auto fights going in the background while we take a look. I think the one thing we want to consider looking at is the last of the codexes came up today. So we could potentially work on the Arbiter of Frost. So he is, his thing is around doing like DOTs or dots. So let's take a look at our roster and see who we would even have as an option to deal with him. So we want to look at our tags, and then we want to look at continuous damage. So Numera has a poison. She's a good option. I think Elysia has, let's see, she probably has some form of radiant erosion. Huh. Trying to see where that comes from. Phelan has poisons, and then Liam as well. So we would probably need to make some sort of an investment in these characters to try and push that content. She's a redeploy hero, so probably not super useful. And I'm not seeing the continuous damage. Here. So I think realistically we would have Numera, Elysia. We'd have to develop Phelan, and we might need to develop Liam. So I believe that Komodo has a bleed on him, but it's probably not worth investing in Komodo long term. We can take a look at the banners we have coming up to see if that changes anything. So no real continuous damage here. No, it doesn't look like he does any. So we may want to hold off on that codex, although it might be interesting to work on. So the big thing we have to consider is Assassin's Creed banners and events open tomorrow. So depending on how this banner works, we may hold off until Friday. The reason being is if this banner is like a normal guaranteed 200, you want to pity manipulate. Although I'm doubtful, we've never had a limited with a secondary hero on it. So my guess is this is a regular banner, and there will be a quest that when you summon so many times. It's just these two heroes are very good, Narissa and Vorn. There is this other banner here. Brook here is nice, but I don't think he would change a whole lot for us, and we already have Xena, so getting more copies of Estrid would be super nice, but I don't think it's worth chasing epics there. So Baron is a good tank. I will be happy to pick some of him up. The other two, they are what they are. So I think we'll have to take a look around tomorrow and make some decisions there. I think for right now, I'm going to clear through the kind of the introductory levels to the codex, and then we might level some characters up to 40 to 50 and take a stab at it. I think the best thing that will come from that is we can get a baseline. So I'm fairly happy with this A here. I think we can improve this D a lot. And if we can even just get a low score here, it'll give us a baseline, because essentially we're going to have, 2.5 to 3 weeks to improve our account and see how much better we can make it in that time frame. So let me clear some of these kind of trash levels. They're not super compelling, and then I'll come back and we can give a shot at the boss, see how that goes. All right, so we are back here. Let's go ahead and put our team together. We'll read through what the boss does first, though. So when a hero applies a buff by casting a skill, they're going to be frozen permanently. This was mostly to prevent Dolores, I believe, from completely overwhelming things. Also increases redeployment time, so we can't just cycle heroes. After dealing continuous damage, they restore health, and this boss has high physical and magic damage reduction, and heroes gain attack speed and restore increased HP by dealing continuous damage. So mostly we're going to need to do continuous damage. Let's see. So we'll go ahead and sort by that. I knew Numera does it. We'll use her for healing. We'll keep her in. So we'll put them in. And we'll probably develop a Phelan as well. So let's go ahead and at least get everyone to 40. We may need to push them to 50, but we'll see. All right. He'll need some gear too. Mostly he's poison damage, and we just need him to stay alive. So HP and rage regen is the way to go on him. This is a grace piece for him, actually. Let's see. We don't want to enhance anything with rage regen in the last slot. Okay. Yeah, we don't want to use Rage Regen in the last slot. This one has it here. And we'll go for HP defense. We don't have anything with HP defense and Rage Regen. All right. And we'll give him something in a relic slot just to help with the stats, if nothing else. He's less dependent on stats because his poison just deals a % of boss health. So we just need to keep him alive. But for Phelan, we probably need to get Phelan at least to level 50. Although, let's take a look at their kit first. All right, got them promoted to 4 stars. Yeah, we could probably level something up if we needed to get them up. Well, let's take a look at their skills. So they deal poison damage. Okay, well, we can only upgrade their skills once. We give them an artifact of some sort. Mostly just to give them some stats. And we'll give them the chest piece. We're not using Xena, so we can steal that gear. I think we need to level up the gear though. Yeah. We'll take it all to 12. Those actually rolled pretty decent. Let's just take a stab at it and see how it goes. I think even breaking out of that beginning phase will be worthwhile just in order to get those points. We may need to mess with the yellow emplacement, but okay, so we're able to break through that shield. Let's see. That doesn't freeze Tiao-Chen, which is good. The ability was originally designed to do that with Dolores. Okay. So we're mostly just going to save our ults for when he puts the shield up. And we'll use the Wood Elf to go ahead and top off Phelan. So we're actually able to decently deal with his shield right now. We're just not doing much damage. So I think that's okay. The account, we just don't have the heroes and the levels. I think if all of these heroes were leveled up, that would be a lot better. But once again, we're trying to preserve our resources. We will eventually get to the point where we don't we don't need to worry so much about our resources, but we're not quite there yet. In terms of like the level up resources. Oof, we almost broke through that. So we're gonna try it one more time. We're gonna adjust the placement of Elowen to try to get her to cover more. And 1,200 coins though is respectable. We'll see if we can go up a little bit though. So our goal is to maximize the healing from Elowen and also maximize the inspiration from Diao Chan. So I think if we put Diao Chan here, we can cover a lot of ground. We'll put Elowen here, and then she'll still get the healing. Balin, and no, because Liam doesn't scale off of Diao Chan's inspiration, so I would rather have Phelan in that. Okay, one more time. Okay, so let's see if these placements are a little bit better. I might be more aggressive with the ults as well. Let's see if we can just push through to higher numbers instead of saving them all for the shield. I think at least initially we're going to assume that we can break through the first shield without requiring the ults. Yeah, so that was not an issue. We're going to a little get greedy and see if we can do it with the second shield as well. Yep, we got through there. So we're back to E. I'm going to hold ults now for the next shield because that last one was a little bit sketchy. Okay, so we're able to break through there. I think going forward, we're going to need the ults to have a hope of breaking through the shield. Not quite. So it seems like E is kind of where we are right now. I think that's okay. Just getting that will allow us to buy a couple ancients. Let's see if we're any closer or how close we are to... Yeah, we're a little ways off. I think this is a good baseline though. I think it will be really interesting to come back in like 2.5 weeks once we've had the account developed. That's almost doubling the account's time around and see how much better we can push. Hopefully you guys are looking forward to the Assassin's Creed collab tomorrow. I definitely am looking forward to expanding the roster and making some plans. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what your plans are.